Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys put some motherfucking Coach K full court pressure on that notification bell so you could be notified each and every time your boy E Thriller goes live or uploads a video to my channel. And once again, this is your boy E Thriller. I am your host. Welcome back. Now, I'm just going to give y'all some time, man, to get up in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's up in the chat because we already know how YouTube play. They like to take their sweet time in sending out these notifications. So I'm gonna just let y'all come on in and we gonna get to it, man. We gonna get to it. Yeah, man, we gonna get to it. Pretty sure you already know what your boy E Thriller gonna talk about tonight. Because man. I don't know what we're gonna do, y'all. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know I coming on a little later than usual. I told you guys I'm moving right now, so I'm trying to sneak in this fucking live show before I get back to doing what I was doing. But so I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. I'm not gonna wait too much longer. I'm gonna give y'all about 1 or 2 more minutes before I start cooking, because I've been waiting to talk about this shit all goddamn day. All goddamn day. So I'm gonna give y'all some more time. Yeah, man. Yo, if you're live in the chat, let me know if y'all can hear me well. Drop a comment below. Go give me something to drink, y'all. All right, we back. So let's get straight to it because I ain't got all night. I'm missing the goddamn NBA game, Golden State versus Memphis. I believe they're in overtime. Ah, man. But let's talk about a little bit of boxing, because unless you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard the news. It just broke sometime this afternoon, maybe about around 3-ish or 4-ish, that Errol Spence, the big fish, aka the truth, is scheduled to go up against Manny Pacquiao in August. And it's not in Dubai, it's in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, I could have sworn I told you guys that if Errol Spence had that opportunity to face a Manny Pacquiao, he would jump all over it. And I can hear the Terrence Crawford naysayers right now. I mean, they've been singing praises to the Most High all fucking day long. But whenever they thought Bud had a fight with Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, they were saying, oh, well, why is he fighting him? He's supposed to be fighting Sean Porter. Manny Pacquiao does nothing for Terrence Bud Crawford's legacy, yada, 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 whoop-de-doo, right? But on the flip side, now that Errol Spence has the fight, they saying it's a chess move. They saying he's one up Terrence Crawford. They're saying, what the hell is Bud going to do next? They're calling Bud the big fish. They already saying that it's going to go from 60-40 to 70-30 or 80-20 only if Bud, not Bud, but only if Errol Spence were to defeat Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, right? But I'm going to tell y'all this. It wouldn't be surprising to me at all if Manny Pacquiao were to upset Errol Spence. I'm just throwing that out there, y'all, because this shit was just so goddamn out of the blue, so left field. It just felt like they just went behind Bud. But I mean, I'm really starting to feel like Terrence Bud Crawford is being blackballed, y'all. He's being blackballed, and I'm just trying to figure out why. Why? How in the fuck did this shit happen? How did it get this bad? Because my man, like, I'm pissed. I'm depressed. I'm demoralized. Now, I'm not opposed to the Errol Spence and Manny fight because, to be quite honest with you guys, I really wish Errol Spence knocked Manny the fuck out. Just get him out of the way. But having said all of that, I got a question for you guys. What in the fuck has happened to strap season? Because I could have sworn Errol Spence said this, and I'm going to pull this up. Let me share my screen. Because I can vividly remember Errol Spence saying that, let me know if y'all can see this. He said, we'll see who's holding up what when I get this third belt, end quote. That was on March 17th, 2021, whenever the WBA stripped Manny Pacquiao, put him as a champion, in recess, and they gave the belt to Yordenis Ugas. So he's talking to Ugas, and basically he's talking to Terrence Bud Crawford. So this just lets me know that, hey, this is another obstacle. This is another barrier before this fight can even take place, y'all. So basically, instead of fighting Ugas next to collect that third strap before he goes see the illest nigga in Nebraska, now he's going to face Manny Pacquiao, and God knows what's going to happen with Ugas in that WBA strap, which is the third strap in the welterweight division, because let Errol Spence tell it, it was supposed to be strap season, but it still seems like it's cap season. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just so bad, y'all. And it's starting to seem like, man, honestly, I don't know where Bud goes from here. I don't think Undisputed is going to happen anytime soon, because even if he were to get past a Manny Pacquiao, is he going to turn around and fight again in what, September or November or December? I don't know. But if he does, then one would assume it's going to be against Ugas, or hell, maybe even Keith Thurman, depending on if Al Heyman were to match them two up. And maybe, just maybe, Manny Pacquiao can petition the WBA to say, hey, look, I'm facing the top contender. It's going to be a unification bout with Errol Spence. Please give me my strap back. I wouldn't be surprised at all if PBC and Al Heyman were to make that play. And what can I say about Al Heyman? Because this man has been busting moves after moves after moves this entire month, y'all. Because we all know that the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder trilogy is set. We all know that Jermell Charlo is going up against Brian Castellano, and that's going to be for Undisputed, for all the belts, right? At 154, I believe. And now you have Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao in August, and not to mention you have motherfucking Floyd Mayweather, the TBE, fighting in June. I mean, shouts out to Al Heyman, man. He's doing a phenomenal job, because everybody heard the rumors about PBC. They might be going under. They might be tanking. They're going broke. We don't know if they're going to re-sign with Showtime and Fox. But with a fight like Mayweather coming up, with a fight like this, and Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, man, PBC ain't about to go nowhere. Fox is going to re-sign them. Showtime is going to re-sign them, okay? And Al Heyman is making all the fucking power plays. Now, that leads me to my next point. Bob fucking Arum. Now, I told y'all on my last fucking live stream that Bud needs to get rid of Bob Arum, because he has let this man down time and time again. Because how in the fuck was Al Heyman able to get a fight between Errol Spence and Manny fucking Pacquiao? And I got another question for you guys. Please drop a comment below. But what happened to the $40 million? You understand what I'm saying? What happened to the $40 million that a Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao wanted to have to go up against Terrence Bud Crawford? Does that shit still apply when it comes to Errol Spence? I'll wait. I will fucking wait. Because again, from all the rumors and all the shit I've been reading and was told on YouTube and beyond, Manny Pacquiao couldn't even have a fight in the States. But all of a sudden, he can fight in Las Vegas, man. So I don't know, man. Boxing just changes so much from day to day, from night to night. It's crazy, man. I'm not going to hate on the fight, but I would much rather have seen Errol versus Ugas, because I feel like they would have brought us a little bit closer to Undisputed. But that's just my personal opinion. But I think this is going to be one hell of a fight. I think Manny Pacquiao still has a puncher's chance. We can't count the old man out. And I want to applaud Manny Pacquiao for taking this fight because you know me, man. I made a 2-part series on why I feel like Manny Pacquiao was the biggest fucking joke in boxing. I said it and I meant it at the time. But I'm a man and I'm willing to apologize whenever I'm wrong. So, Manny, and to you and all of your fans, I sincerely apologize because I didn't see this coming. I did not think you would ever step in the ring with Terrence Bud Crawford, and I damn sure didn't think he was going to step in the ring with Errol Spence. So Manny is showing a lot of kahunas. Manny is showing that he is a motherfucking living legend, and he ain't ducking no smoke coming off of this 2-year layoff. So one would think, man, hey, I got to give credit where credit is due. I'm an honest guy, and I'm willing to admit when I am wrong. I'm cool with that. So, Manny, sincerely, for all your fans that I pissed off with those 2 videos, I sincerely and wholeheartedly apologize. This is your boy E Thriller, okay? Please don't kill me. Now, having said all of that, Manny Pacquiao is very dangerous, y'all. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he's playing with house money. He's playing with house money right now. And there is nothing worse than going up against a competitor who don't have nothing to lose and he has everything to gain. Because let's be honest, Errol Spence has 2 straps. Manny has none. Now, we don't know if a play is going to be made in order for Manny to get back that WBA strap, right? But let's just assume that does not take place, okay? And there's going to be a unification bout with Errol straps is on the line. Manny Pacquiao is in a win-win situation because if he wins, he's going to be called the greatest ever or one of them, if not already, right? Oh, my God. I can only imagine the press that Manny Pacquiao would get if he were to go in and beat an Errol Spence. And I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all because styles make fights. Manny Pacquiao is slick. Manny Pacquiao is fast. Manny Pacquiao gives you different angles. We all know he packs a good punch with the left and the right hand, right? And we all know his foot speed is far more superior than Errol Spence's. However, on the flip side, Errol Spence has that long reach advantage, right? He has a good jab. We know he's going to try to work Manny down low to the body and possibly get on the inside, tie Manny up, and still beat him to the body. Beat him like a fucking drum. Okay, we know what Errol Spence is going to do. He's going to take that methodical approach to try to break Manny Pacquiao's will and to press him up against the ropes and break him down, similar to what Jeff Horn did. Because I don't give a damn what y'all say. I've watched that fight between Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao on multiple occasions, and I felt like Jeff Horn won. I know a lot of people like to run with the popular narrative of Manny got screwed. No, I felt like Manny came out flat. He took the guy lightly, and he was in a dogfight. He was in a fucking dogfight. And shout out to my boy Brian Mackey in the chat. He said, I'm waiting on the purse splits too, E Thriller. Oh, absolutely. I was going to get to that, my brother. Absolutely. Because I'm trying to figure out how did this shit go under the radar for this goddamn long? You understand what I'm saying? Like, where was the 60-40, the 70-30, and the 80-20 bullshit coming from Errol? Because it looked, I told you guys, I'm going to repeat myself because like I said before, and I'll say it again. I told you guys that Errol Spence will pounce on the opportunity to go up against Manny Pacquiao the same way Terrence Bud Crawford was trying to, right? But everybody told me I was hating. Everybody told me I was tripping. Everybody told me I'm biased. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not objective. But I just try to tell you guys, man, anybody in the welterweight division, if they had an opportunity to go up against Manny, they were going to take it. And Errol Spence ain't no fucking different. It ain't no way around it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's kind of funny, y'all. And it's very funny that every time a fight is trying to get made with Terrence Bud Crawford, everybody want to talk about money. Everybody want to talk about other sides of the streets. Everybody want to say this man ain't fought nobody. He ain't accomplished nothing. He ain't did shit at 147. And I just don't understand how that shit works because once again, I've used this analogy before. If I am applying for a position at a new job, why wouldn't I list my previous or my prior accomplishments? So if I worked at a Chick-fil-A, if I worked at a Target, if I worked at a Walmart, a Tom Thumb, Sack and Save, hell, Dollar General, you get where I'm going. And if I'm applying for a job at Albertsons, why wouldn't I list my prior accomplishments? I'll wait. Tell me how in the fuck does that make sense? So we are basically going to penalize the smaller guy, meaning Terrence Bud Crawford, just because he moved from 135 up to 140, up to 147. But then we're going to turn around and on the flip side, give Errol Spence all of this credit because he's been in the welterweight division his entire fucking career. Now tell me, how does that make sense? How does that make sense? But these are the bullshit narratives that these dudes tend to spin whenever they talking about this shit on their YouTube channels. And I just don't get why nobody calls them out. I don't understand it, man. But again, back to the fight. It's going to be a big time fight. It's good for the sport of boxing in many ways because, for one, I really do want Manny to go away. So hopefully Errol can come through and do what his fanboys like to say he tends to do, which is man down, because it's been a long fucking time since we've seen a man down, right? You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully he can get some sort of stoppage and just beat the hell out of Manny. But like I said, man, Manny Pacquiao is still very dangerous. He's still very game. We all know he's been under the bright lights how many fucking times? He's been in arguably the biggest fight in the sport of boxing when he went up against Floyd, Money, Mayweather. So we have to see how Errol Spence is going to respond whenever he steps in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, because it's all fun and games until it's time to get in that fucking ring with the living legend. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't know if he's gonna bitch up. We don't know what's gonna happen. But let me get to this chat, man, because I have some comments and let's see what's popping. Shout out to Vin C. He said Pacquiao is the truth. Facts. I'm giving Manny all of the credit in the world for taking this fight because, hell, once I heard that Bud fight fell through, I was like, there's no fucking way he's going to fight Spence because, first of all, where is he going to get the $40 million? Unless his price is lower. But it remains to be seen. We got to keep our lookout on it, in my honest opinion. So we have to see how this shit plays out. Shout out to Crazy Bro. He said, I wonder if Crawford is going to try and fight Ugas. Not a fan of the Spence versus Pacquiao fight because there's no belt on the line. But I ain't fighting either. Spence going for the bag and legacy. Yep, I get it. I mean, I said Bud was trying to do the same thing, but I feel like Spence was in a better position than Terrence Bud Crawford because of what? Yordenis Ugas is on the same side of the street as an Errol Spence. So you would have thought that quote unquote easier route, that fight would have been easier to make because let Errol Spence tell it. He said it's strap season. So if it's strap season, then why in the fuck are you trying to fight Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao? But we all know why. But this is my thing. And that's why I always get on Errol Spence because he is a walking contradiction. But it is what it is, man. Let's see. Crazy Bro also said, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not agreeing with the Pacquiao fight, bro. And at least you're honest because I know Errol is your guy. I know you've been on my case about, Bud not doing his part about making a fight and shit like that. So for you to say that, at least you're being honest and consistent because I vividly remember you coming on my channel telling me that, hey, you didn't like the Bud versus Pacquiao fight either. So I respect you for that, my brother. At least you're keeping it consistent. Let's see. He said, and I didn't agree with the Crawford fight. Okay. That's cool. You pretty consistent, my brother. So I respect Errol Spence fans like you. He said Spence will get the bag plus legacy for fighting Pacquiao, but I was hoping he'll go for that belt. I'm not in the business, so I'm missing something, I guess. Laugh out loud. Facts. PBC posted it, so it's official. Shaking my head. Mayweather and Pacquiao still running ish. Oh, that's a fact. Money Mayweather is coming back and about to get a bag, big bag, a 9-figure payday for a fucking exhibition that we all know he's going to win, right? Unless a fix is in, of course. But and now Manny and Errol. So I mean, shots out to Al Heyman. I don't know how he does it, but this man is pretty much cornering the boxing market. He has basically monopolized the welterweight division, y'all, because Errol Spence is being boxed out. Period. He's being blackballed. You either gonna sign with us or you just gonna not be able to get these big fights. I mean, that's what it's looking like to me from the outside looking in. Shout out to my boy Rebel Life Boxing. He said, not feeling this fight. I watch it, though, but not paying for it. This might fuck around and be another Keith Thurman moment, and Errol end up losing. I said that earlier, bro. I wouldn't be surprised because God don't like ugly, man. And I just feel like they just doing Bud so wrong, y'all. Just so wrong. I just don't like how this shit is shaking out, man. I really don't like this shit, Rebel. I really don't, bro. So you have a point, man. Hey, if Manny were to go in there and beat him, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Errol better be on his fucking A game. I'll tell you that. And he better have some VADA testing. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But shout out to my boy Diallo. He said both of them are scared of Crawford. Crawford might as well get that t-shirt like Andrade did for the Canelo versus Saunders fight. Yeah, man. It's starting to seem like each and every day these boys don't want to look Bud's way. They ain't trying to smoke it out with Bud, bro. I am sold on that point. Crazy Bro said, let me get this right, brother. Okay. What you about to say? He said Crawford has 6 champions, former champions in multiple weight classes, dodging him. Pacquiao, Spence, Danny, Porter, Thurman, and Ugas dodging him. Mind you, 2 of them fought him in the amateurs. Hey, man, amateur boxing and professional boxing are 2 totally different ball games, my brother. Yeah, we know Yordenis Ugas got the best of Bud in the amateurs, but like I said, it's a different game. Same goes for Danny Garcia, because are you really picking Danny Garcia to beat a fucking Terrence Bud Crawford? Really? I'm not. I think he's the worst welterweight in the division by far. I'm picking the young dudes over him. I'm picking Virgil over Danny, and I'm picking Boots over Danny. But we know those fights will never happen. He also said Crawford and Spence is to blame for this. In my opinion, nobody is innocent. Well, I believe 95% of the blame goes Errol Spence way, and I would say 5% of the blame goes to Bob fucking Errol. I'm not blaming Bud at all for this shit, y'all. Not for this Errol Spence shit. Hell fucking no. No. I'm not blaming him at all, bro. Okay, I already played that comment. And Brian Mackey said, her Ugas is fighting Porter now in November or December. Wow. Okay, I hadn't heard that, bro. I appreciate you for dropping that in the chat. Wow, man, Al Heyman is at it again. So maybe, just maybe, that's why Porter was like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't going to chase out the Bud. I'm going to try to get this WBA strap, and then maybe I can line it up with the winner between Pacquiao and Spence. So that's a hell of a power play. Man, these boys making chess moves, Brian. God damn it. Ooh-wee. But yeah, man, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, and somebody want to come on and rock with me real quick, y'all can, before I get back to moving, man, because my wife gonna rip my neck off if I don't get off this live in a hot second. So there go the link. Click on it. Come on and hop on with your boy E Thriller and speak your piece, man. Because I'm just at a loss for words, y'all. I don't know what to say. I don't know where Bud goes from here, y'all. But I guess he's gonna stick to that Mayweather plan and try to take on the winner between Josh Taylor and Ramirez. And then maybe he's going to fight Virgil Ortiz, but we don't know if Oscar is willing to put him in the ring with Bud. And then we all know Mikey Garcia has been ducking Bud for I don't know how fucking long. So I don't even think that fight is a real possibility. But shout out to Bernie the Boxer, man. I was just on his live. He was cooking not too long ago, man. He made some good points. Now, the best thing I heard all day was the fact that Bernie said basically he going to get away from that devil, meaning Bob Arum. Because y'all already know, I always say Bob Arum is Satan in a suit. You just can't trust this motherfucker, man, because he has failed Bud time and time again. And my boy, Brian Mackey, is live on the chat with me. Talk to me, big bro. Let me know.
What's going on, E Thriller? How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I'm not doing too well, my brother. I ain't gonna cap, man. How about yourself? I'm tired from moving today. Man.
I'm not gonna cap with you. You know, it's disappointing day for I'm not gonna hate on Errol's fight with Pacquiao. Right. You know, it's a good fight. You know, I think that it's a good fight. You know, just if it was Bud, I would say it was a good fight. They make some good moves, and hey, congratulations to him for getting the fight.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
shout out to Errol.
They still doing that. They still blackballing. They're blackballing Bud. It's evident that they blackballing Bud. And what Bud's gonna have to do is he's gonna have to make a decision come October. I think you're gonna make the decision. Go ahead with Al Heyman or on your own, whomever. And it looks like Heyman or Mayweather. I mean, because other than that, I don't think you're gonna get that fight. It's not gonna happen. Unless you go with one of them.
Jump, Brian. I've been saying that. I know people call me crazy. I'm probably the only dude on YouTube that said I would love to see him on Mayweather Promotions because you're killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. He's gonna have to do it. If he wants to fight, he's gonna have to do it. As a man, though, I don't know what Bud. I mean, nobody knows what Bud's thinking. He may feel like, hey, you know what? They've been doing me like this. I might not. I'm gonna just rock on my own. Right. Who knows? Right. But at the end of the day, he's gonna have to make the decision that what's best for him. And if he wants to fight, Al Heyman and them, they monopolize the whole situation right now. They have. They've been doing it. It was on last time, man. It's just like, hey, they got the money.
Yep.
They got the fighters.
Yep. Floyd just came back.
Floyd just came back. And like I said, I heard earlier today. I mean, it's not official or anything, but the move is Porter is going to be fighting Ugas, and it's probably going to be for the WBC belt. The winner of that probably fight Errol.
Yep.
They already got their map planned out, man. I mean, if Bud don't jump in, he may never get that fight, man. And honestly, I don't think they're gonna give it to him, man. I don't think he's gonna get the fight.
I came to that realization too, Mr. Bryan, that I don't think the fight is ever going to happen because we all know if if Errol was to beat Manny Pacquiao with another successful huge pay-per-view, let's say 600,000 and up, right? Who knows at this point with the streaming shit. But let's say he has that. He was already talking 60-40, 70-30, or 80-20. If he does this with Manny Pacquiao, I wouldn't be surprised if he talking about 90-10, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Because he already feel like he the guy, he the man, he the big fish.
But he not going. Bud not fighting for 90-10, and I don't blame him.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you think about it. I mean, mandatories get 25-30, depending on what what belt it is. So you're not going 90-10 or 80-20 me, and I'm the champ. If all roads still got to go through Bud if you want to be undisputed. Bottom line, bottom line. If you want to be undisputed, you still got to go through Bud, no matter where he at. If Bud don't take the fight or don't want the fight because of money and finances or whatever, you're gonna have to pay the man if you want to be undisputed. Simple as that. But hey, I can't knock the hustle right now. We all wanted Crawford to get the fight in reference to Errol Spence, of course, but Manny Pacquiao, the Pacquiao thing didn't fall through. But my thing is that Pacquiao wanted 40 for Bud.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
You wanted 40.
40. Guaranteed.
I want to know how much money you gonna get right now for Errol. Because if not, if you ain't getting 40, I ain't trying to hear what Pacquiao talking about.
And isn't it funny how they threw out the purse splits or the money split with Bud, but we ain't heard nothing about Manny and Errol?
Exactly.
Ain't that funny?
Always like that. When they come, give me 10 million. Okay, Keith Thurman, really 10 million?
Right.
You want 10 million? You got 2 million for Pacquiao, but you want 10?
With the belt. By the way, he had the belt. You're right.
With no belt? No, Porter. What you mean? You can't start at 2 million? Is an insult for me?
Right.
Okay, but 2 million is your biggest payday. So
exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. How is that an insult? With upside. With upside.
With upside. Danny Garcia the same. They give him 3 million.
3 million.
Oh man, you got to get that to Al Heyman. You ain't making 3 million. You made 1.5 with Sean Porter.
Right.
Like,
facts.
I don't understand that part of the game when you do that. I'd rather y'all just come out and keep it real with me, because that's my problem. I don't like when you don't keep it real. Just say, look, we not fighting Bud.
Yep.
He not in the equation. Don't be giving up all these damn excuses, man. This is some bullshit excuses talking about 10 million here. I need 3. Well, you need to send it to Al. Well, if you start with 2 million, then that's an insult. Why y'all even talk about money? Because this fight came out the blue. We ain't hear nothing about no money or nothing.
No.
When we thought it was Ugas.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute, because I did several videos on this, Brian. I was like, I believe I said, hey, because everybody was banging on Bud for trying to take this fight with Manny. I was like, well, hell, any welterweight in the division would try to pursue a fight with Manny because he's a fucking lottery ticket. And I was like, Errol Spence is not absolved, because I guarantee you, if he had the opportunity to face him, he is going to face him. And that's exactly what just happened.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
exactly what just happened.
Exactly. That's exactly what money talk, because that's what it's all about money, 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 money. And then they got a plan for the legacy. And then Bud got to jump in. But even if he do go over and jump in,
I don't think. I
there's
still
no
don't think
question
it's
he
gonna
gonna
be.
get it.
Mm-mm.
Hey, still might not get it. He still might not get it.
Facts.
You just don't know because they're not gonna guarantee he gonna get the fight.
Unless he get it in writing, I don't see how he gets that fight right. Not right away. Nope.
Man, I heard Al Heyman work like this. He could say, "Look, you can come over, okay? I can't guarantee you the fight, but I tell you what I can guarantee you, if you don't come over, you won't get the fight." So if you work like that,
you boxing
whatever,
you in, basically.
you boxing you in, man. You got no choice, man. And I that's what I'm saying. I hate to see them blackball the brother over whatever they got going on outside of the boxing realm, because we as the fans, we don't get to see the fight.
Exactly. That's my biggest issue with it. It just feels like I was already down on the undisputed shit because I feel like it was going to take a minute anyway. But this just further prolongs it, because I'm thinking, okay, when Errol came out with that tweet, like, hey, we'll see who's holding up what once I get this third belt. Now it's looking like you ain't about to get the third belt no time soon, because Manny is on the table. So
exactly.
That's just pushing the fight back further and further, in my opinion.
Yeah, further and forward. And my problem is too, is that I ain't mad at Spence. You take the fight. It's a good fight. It's a money fight. Just like I wouldn't be mad at Crawford for taking the fight.
Right.
It's your legacy fight. But the fans, the Spence fanboys that I got a problem with, okay, when Crawford was getting that fight, y'all say he too old. Why he fight him? He ain't got a belt. Right. Man, another bum. He old. They was discrediting Manny.
Oh man, they were so down on that fight.
Discrediting Manny
when that fight was announced.
Exactly.
They were sick.
Man, today
they smiling.
Oh my God, Kiki, man! I seen so many Terrence Crawford videos on Errol Spence announcement. I said, hold up, this supposed to. I'm just trying to see what's up with Terrence Crawford. Man, they like, man, people smiling in it. What Crawford gonna do? I'm like, y'all get pleasure out of that man not getting in the ring with
big fights.
In the ring with all the no big fights. I'm like, what y'all hate him for?
But see, then they turn around and use that same narrative against him, because they claim that they want him to get he's not making any big fights. But when he's trying to get a big fight, you coming out and shitting on it. So which one is it?
Hey, which one is it, man? You can't keep it real. You got to keep it a buck both ways. You know what I mean? If he was too old for Crawford, then he's too old for Errol Spence.
Exactly.
If that's how you feel. Now, me personally, like I said before, Manny and them need to get out the way or fight one on him. So guess what? He fight one on him.
I got to give him credit now.
So I'm going to give him credit for it. Yep. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Errol got the fight. Hey, congratulations for Errol for getting the fight. It is what it is. Al Heyman and them. All you can do is chalk it up to the game. But that's the difference between the fanboyism that goes on and the real talk.
Yes, sir.
Real talk, as a boxing fan, I like to see the fight. Yeah. Good fight. I like to see the fight. He got what he needed to get, even though I know that Crawford wasn't about to fight Errol Spence. So it don't make a difference if he's fighting Pacquiao. It's still a good fight.
Exactly.
Now Crawford got to fight somebody. Right. But the happiness that these people got that Crawford didn't get the fight, I'm like, man, y'all ruining boxing, man.
They singing praises to the Most High right now. Where as soon as that fight got announced, oh my God, they came out in droves like this.
Yes,
I can't believe it. I mean,
it's
just crazy, bro. That's my thing. My problem isn't necessarily with Errol Spence; it's his fanboys.
Yeah,
because they're not consistent. You criticize Crawford for one thing, but whenever Errol turns around and does the same exact thing, y'all don't want to give him no flack. It's like it just Casper. Everything is just go
right.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it, bro.
And seeing my thing is on top of that though, is the end game with that. It's because look, you should not be tearing Terrence Crawford down at no point if you want them to fight. If you say it ain't enough big money fight, then y'all should be praising him. Right. Because if you praise him, then you got more casuals getting involved into it and saying, oh, okay, it's a big fight between this guy and this guy. so we can see the fight. You can bring the money in. Let him fight one of them guys if you feel like he ain't got enough, so you can raise the stakes on the fight. But they just want to monopolize the thing and tear him in the corner and blackball him and say, look, sign with us. We're going to gangster move your ass. Get with us so you ain't going to get the fight. That's exactly dirty in boxing, man. That's dirty in boxing. And all the fans are just rolling with it, man. It's like, yeah, roll with it, man. Fuck Crawford. I'm like, what? Fuck
I don't get it. For a guy that don't talk a lot, for a guy that ain't flashy, for a guy that don't talk about cars, wear jewelry, none of that extracurricular, want to be a rapper ass type boxers that we have in today's fight game. He don't do none of that. The only thing I see Bud doing is shooting guns. He with his wife, he with his kids. He always in the gym. He always in shape. Exactly. And he knocking dudes out left and right. I mean, what more do you want from this dude?
That's what it is. That's because they'd rather do dudes dancing in the club, kissing on the dude, hanging around, driving drunk, all that other bullshit, being the Adrian Boners and all that. And like, come on, man. If that's what you like, cool. But as a man, and maybe I'm just a little too old school. Maybe these guys are just young, man, and I'm a little old. As a man, look here, man. I've been there, done that. So all that don't impress me. None of that, I see as a thing that you need to go out here and do. How can you dislike a man that did everything you just said? A family man, take care of his family, go out here, work hard. He's a champion, undefeated, not getting in trouble. And anybody for the gangster thing, man, Crawford been there and done that. He didn't even got shot.
He don't even talk about it.
He don't even talk about it. He don't even speak on it, man. But I can't say this enough, man. Hey, I'm glad they got the fight. It's a good fight. I'm going to watch the fight. We're going to see what it is. But they shouldn't take Manny easy because
I was just about to ask you, how do you feel like that fight is going to play out?
Stylistically, I mean, look, I believe at the end of the day, Errol, I would favor him to win. Stylistically is where he gonna have a little trouble at. Mm-hmm. He did not handle Sean Porter's footwork well in that fight against Sean Porter. Sean Porter got inside his jab a lot and connected with what he want to connect with. Mm-hmm. Manny Pacquiao got better footwork than Sean Porter, or equal to, however you want to call it. They both got quick feet. They're athletic. They can zip in and out. But Manny's much more experienced. He's a better fighter. Yes, he got power, just like Errol Spence. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a technical fight. Anybody that just think they just going to run through Manny, I think you're going to be in for a shock with that.
I agree.
I don't see you just going to run through him.
Right.
Yeah. Stylistically, man, look, Errol want to shoot that jab, come on down in with his power shot, go to the body. Mm-hmm. Manny gonna get him against
the ropes.
Exactly. You know he can cut the ring off, but Manny can turn, twist, use his feet, get underneath the jab, dig and hit him 3, 4, 5 combinations and get in and get out. So just kind of what Sean Porter had did when they had fought.
Right.
I still think that Errol is the bigger guy. He still got a good jab. He can hold Manny at bay if he learned from that experience that he had with Sean Porter.
Facts.
And I think he can get the win. I don't think it's going to be a knockout, but he can knock him out. But I don't believe it's going to be a knockout. I got Errol in a close fight, 7-5.
I totally agree. I was going to say the exact same thing, 7-5. I think it's going to be a close fight. It's going to come down to the championship rounds, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing. His chin gonna get checked. He gonna take a punch. I want to see how he react from a punch from a Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. And I really believe Errol got a good chin. I really do. I believe Errol got a good chin. I have seen him rock before against Lardy back in the day.
Yeah.
People always talk about Gamboa rocking Crawford, but I'm like, y'all forget about Lardy rocking Errol Spence back in the day, but y'all act like that didn't happen either. But,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But Errol got a chin. I believe he got a chin. he's going to get tested. I think this is going to be his biggest test, even though Manny 42 years old. This is still going to be his biggest
I feel like
test.
that with Bud too. I feel like if Manny were to face Bud, that would have been his toughest test too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, ain't no question about that. Crawford just got more in the tool shed. The switching up, the speed, the angles. He got more in the. He's just a different fighter. I think Crawford's a tougher fighter for Manny and stylistically. Errol, he's tough as far as the power that he's going to show and the range too and the size.
Right.
But if he can, it's going to be a little chess match.
I still think
Errol going to pull it out at the, overall. But hey, man,
Manny ain't got nothing to lose.
I am not going to sit there and say Manny going to lose. Can't win this fight. Nah, I'm not going to say that. I think it's 7-5 Errol, man. But hey, I wouldn't be surprised if we go whatever way.
So basically, it's like a pick'em fight. Honestly,
I still lean with Errol. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not no hater, man. I'm a Crawford fan, but I ain't no hater, man. I'm gonna keep it real.
Be honest. I'm rooting for Errol to win because I want to get Manny Pacquiao out the way. I want Errol to clean his clock. Honestly.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, I was thinking something, E-Thriller, man. What if and then this is just like a crazy little conspiracy I kind of made up on my own, just the thought pattern because of things that I've, kind of seen happen, heard, or whatever. Like, look, Al Heyman is a genius for putting this fight on the way they put it on in the time frame they got it marked it up at August the 21st, because that really gives no time for Crawford. Because at the end of the day, October is when his contract is up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So even if he made a decision, it's like, okay, all I can do is fight. But what if Manny Pacquiao win hypothetically? If Manny Pacquiao win, Al Heyman them got it set up both ways. Just if Manny Pacquiao win, and he got the belt, right?
right. That's a cold move.
Right.
Either way, out on top.
Now, look, you got Floyd fighting Jake Paul, right?
Facts. Logan first.
Logan. I'm sorry, Logan.
About to fight Jake.
Logan.
Because Jake just signed a multi-fight deal with him. I did a video on that this morning.
Right. So
you're right.
So Logan first, right? Now, what if he win and they set some kind of little super fight up rematch again for 2 of the 3 of the belts next year? And Pacquiao go out with the Mayweather fight.
Wow.
Because Floyd's still training.
Exactly.
So he's kind of like, I'm just kind of getting in shape. It's a hypothetical, man. I might be really reaching. I might be really reaching.
No, you're not reaching.
You know what I mean?
I believe my brother mentioned that to me a while back, to be honest with you. But I really didn't take because this was before Floyd decided to come back and all that shit. But we all know Manny only went to the PBC with the intention on getting a rematch.
To get that fight.
Just haven't had it. So
to get that fight. Yeah.
That'll be a cold move, man.
That's a cold move, right? It's like, look, if Errol win, all right, cool. We still got the super fight. But if Manny win, man, we might get him out there with Floyd.
Biggest fight again ever because Manny have the scraps and Floyd can come in and whoop him again. Wow.
Yeah, and Floyd has been, busy, trying to get back in the ring, stay in shape, get in the ring.
Floyd can't fool me. I know he's in shape. He can't fool me.
Yeah. And you think he, say, hey, maybe, January or March, February, anytime next year, we set up another super fight.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. That's one hell of a hypothetical. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed
crazy
to either
though,
way.
right?
When Spence win, then maybe we can get him versus Ugas or Thurman and then Bud, or if Manny wins, him and Floyd. Like, hey, either way, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, that's real crazy, man. I don't know, man. I heard, rumor mill, man, with the Ugas man coming in there and fighting Porter in November. That's why Porter. It seems to be, like you said, Porter jetted out real quick. It's like, all right, then.
Yeah, because he caught the play, but he went in on the play until he's supposed to pop an out. But let me ask you this. What you think about all of these YouTube channels that came out and made a plethora of videos saying Spence versus Ugas was absolutely confirmed and next? What do you make of that? Like where are they getting their sources from?
All of it is to make clickbait money. That's where they're getting their sources from because they don't know nothing. We think we talked about this the last time, Thriller. Is that they just put up anything because they know that they can move the needle with something. Because all of it was but we didn't really hear nothing. We got no confirmations on anything. Only thing we got is that Uga said we wanted 50-50. I think that was about the most thing that we could have confirmed from that is that he wanted 50-50. That was it. But none of them guys don't run the show, and they should know that Al Heyman is the promoter. I said, yeah, promoter, because that's what he is. He's the promoter, advisor. He running the show. So what Al say, that's what goes. So if you don't really get that confirmation, and you're never gonna get it, because don't nobody talk to Al, man.
Yeah, he don't do no interviews. I think I've only seen 1 or 2 pictures of this dude, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what he really looks like now. Who knows?
Yeah, the YouTube committee is crazy, man. They need to stop, though, brother, man. They need to stop, man. There's more people, man, like you need to continue to come on and call out some of this bullshit that go on out there, because that's what it is. It's a bunch of bullshit. They send out here and they clickbait because all they want is the real talk, man. That's it. Just the real talk. Don't nobody want to see.
Yeah, I can't listen to no fighting channels, bro. I just can't.
Man, I know
me
either, man.
It was
like I say, I don't have to agree with you. People don't have to agree with me. I don't agree with you. When you don't have to agree, that's fine.
Right.
But stop making up stuff, man. Just stop making up stuff, man. Why would you be happy that somebody else didn't get the fight on a good fight? Exactly. You didn't want to see Crawford and see, that's my thing that I didn't understand. You want to see Crawford versus Thurman. You want to see Crawford versus Danny Garcia. At first they said we want to see Crawford against Amir Khan. When he beat Khan, beat Kell Brook or somebody. You beat Kell Brook, he washed now. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, all this Sean Porter. But then when they said Manny Pacquiao, what happened? Oh, no, we don't want to see that, dog. Come on, man, that's old.
They moved the goalpost.
Oh, yeah.
They moved the goalpost every time.
Why Manny old? Because it was a big fight. It was a big money fight, and it didn't involve Errol Spence at the time.
And that's all they want. They want to keep Errol on this pedestal to portray him as a big time megastar, because they even went as far as to say that he was bigger star than Canelo just because he had sold out something. I believe it was what he did more live gates or some shit like that.
Oh, man, during the pandemic when come on, man, when he fought Idrim or something like that.
He fought a worthless opponent, like that don't count.
That don't count. He fought, and Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on, man. You fought Danny Garcia. And then what happened this time? 70,000? Oh, okay.
Damn, sold out.
Yeah, there's 70,000 in the Cowboy Stadium, and that's the thing about it. You ain't hear that talk no more. He did it right in Errol Spence's backyard, 70,000. So he kind of doubled his attendance. But I mean, I ain't hating on Errol, man.
Nah, we're not gonna do that.
I ain't gonna hate on Errol, man, because I ain't gonna hate on him, man. That's not.
We're not gonna hate on him, but we gonna hold him to his words.
You damn right about that. You damn right. Yeah, hold him to his word.
That's
and his word really ain't much right now. People talking about a plan, man. It's like, oh, my plan is this, my plan is that. I'm like, hold up, man. He changed his plan. Because
definitely
first he
now
said,
with the Manny Pacquiao.
Come on, man. He always changed his plan. First, he just told Crawford to go get a belt.
Right.
When he got a belt, he was like, well, I got 4-5 other dudes I want to fight first and go the easy route.
Exactly.
All right, dog. Well, and then he said, well, I'd never fight Manny Pacquiao. He ain't got a belt.
That's what his fanboys said. And they also said that he turned the fight down, which I knew was bullshit, which is why I made my rebuttal in multiple videos saying, man, Errol ain't turned no fight down with Manny.
You right too. Yeah, he ain't turned no fight down. For what? All that money?
That'll be stupid. Honestly, it would be stupid. It would be stupid.
He ain't turned down all that money, man. Come on, I don't know how much Errol gonna get, but I'm really concerned about how much Manny gonna get. I don't care about how much Errol gonna get, but I want to know how much Manny gonna get, because if that was it, that's a problem with me. I don't care about the Manny Pacquiao fans or something, whatever y'all got to say.
Right.
Yeah, I want to talk about E-Thriller and all this, and you give him a whole bunch of problems. I'm saying it for him, man.
Under the sun.
Man, hell with y'all. I'm going to say it for E-Thriller since he came. Man, hell with y'all. If Manny taking less than 40 million, hell with y'all. Manny
Right.
full of shit then.
And he ducked
And he
Bud.
ducked it. Exactly. Because if you sat there and you said, give me 40 and Terrence take 10, then that was your price. They went out there and they tried to get the money. They didn't get the money. And then you going to come back and take less?
Right.
Nah, man.
Not a good look. And then what happened to Mikey Garcia? But man, that's another topic for another day, man. Hey, Mr. Brian, I appreciate you for rocking.
Hey, no problem, man.
Hey,
appreciate
I gotta get off this horn because my wife is about to kill me. I gotta finish moving, man.
Hey, man, mine too, man. I gotta go too, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I'll holler at you tomorrow.
Thank you, brother. Take care. Peace.
All right, just like that, we out. Y'all make sure you hit that like button, share, comment, and sub to the channel, please. Until next time, it's your boy E Thriller. I'm gone. Holla.